To all those sensible who read my words. Unfortunately, our very dear friend Edward, that is to say, Billy, is attacked again and again by nonsensical claims, lies and slander in order to defame him and make his difficult mission impossible. This is happening more and more frequently again, as is shown periodically by irresponsible elements, and also happened on the 26th of February 2005 by an alleged Mr. Singer from Germany, on which I would like to take a stand from my side in the following way. Billy Eduard Albert Meier is an honourable man who is irreproachable with regard to his integrity and all human values. He is neither a swindler nor a swindler or charlatan, nor does he allow himself to lie and slander, just as he does not allow himself to call books or other written works his own if they do not correspond to his own thoughts, ideas, and works. All the many thousands of 04 pages, densely written with machine and computer, are his own work and his conscious property, from which since 1977 until today about 40 books, 366 spiritual teaching letters of about 55 A4 pages each, as well as many articles in the 3-monthly magazine Aquarius Time. In many bulletins and special bulletins have been published, in addition to a series of small and larger brochures and several thousand A4 pages of unpublished spiritual teaching works, which have found their way into our own ranks. And this he did, in addition to his heavy manual work, which he did until 1984, despite a serious health breakdown in 1982, often closer to death than to life. But also before and after that, he was tirelessly active in writing, managing the association and other activities important to the association. Eduard Billy is modest and never made a fuss about his achievements, although he is also insensitive to praise, because he considers his entire commitment to the people on earth to be a duty and a matter of course, which is why he refuses to accept any thanks. That he is thereby slandered for all his goodness and for his untiring efforts by malicious people, which he does not even hold against the liars and slanderers, may well be more than what a normal man can cope with. By this I mean that a person who cultivates his thoughts and feelings in the usual manner of earth humans would no doubt be shattered by what Billy takes on and bears without accusation and without hatred, anger, bitterness, and enmity. Many great men walked the earth, the ancient prophets, Emmanuel, Buddha, Muhammad, and many wise men and women who became known or remained unknown. But also the modern times brought forth again such a man, namely our friend Eduard, who is known worldwide as Billy, and as the proclaimer of the modern times, and who is probably the most valuable of all proclaimers and wise men who ever walked the earth and raised their word in wisdom. But as it was with the old prophets and wise men, they were harassed during their lifetime by the unreasonable and know-it-alls, as well as by envious, jealous, and delusional believers in order to prevent their work of truth. Some of them were physically and psychologically tortured and finally murdered. Edward, too, was often threatened, for 21 assassination attempts on him today bear witness to the fact that even in modern times, truth is still unpopular among the earthlings who, as it has been since time immemorial, still walk the path of corruption. The behavior of the liars and slanderers against the herald of modern times, Edward, respectively Billy, I, Ptah, classify as a pathetic, mendacious libertine and as the embodiment of infamous scribbling, which every man should refrain from if he is sensible and strives to be a true man and a valuable member of society. It is very regrettable that even in the highly advanced modern age, and despite the enormously acquired knowledge of the earth humans, irrational and indecent elements of all kinds can still carry on their infamous, irresponsible, and dirty behavior without being held accountable for it, and without being decisively instructed in the correct behavior, for which, in principle, governments should be responsible. If the healthy norm of decency were taken into account, then elements who, as a result of envy, hatred, and jealousy, etc., are able to behave in a disgraceful manner, would no longer find any possibility to engage in their dirty behavior. This would also apply to this man Singer, who in my opinion was too cowardly to give his real name and address. May his own stupidity and shame teach him a lesson.
The 4th of March, 2005, Ptah.